Hi friends, welcome to Cat's Corner. It's me, Cat. I hope you had a great Christmas. This is episode 22, A New Year Begins. Today is January 3rd, 2015, and it is a very dark, rainy Saturday. You can find me on Ravelry as CatStraight and on Board Game Geek as Maureen A. Sedai. Feel free to join our group on Ravelry. There will be a giveaway announcement later in the episode, so you have to be a member of the group in order to possibly win the nice thing I selected. And it's nice because I really want to keep it myself. I'm being good. And so join the Ravelry group. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like, you can subscribe. I'm just now starting to remember to check the YouTube posts to see if there were any comments, because I don't get any notifications or email notifications, so I'm still trying to figure out if there's a way I can do that so I know if anybody does comment. You'd think I'd have all this figured out by now, but I still don't. But we're getting there. So if you want to, hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on the blog. I've been forgetting to mention that. I used to keep show notes on it. I haven't had a chance to keep updated with show notes in quite a while. But you can follow me on WordPress, www.catstraight.wordpress.com. I think that's what it is. But you can do that if you're watching from there. I've also figured out how to put the video in the Ravelry group forum, so whenever I list that I've updated and put a new podcast up, they'll actually figured out how to put that out there in the forum. So we're slowly learning all this stuff still. So I think that is all of that fun stuff. I want to say welcome if you're a returning viewer, and happy that you enjoy my ramblings. And especially welcome to anyone who's viewing me for the first time. I can probably talk your head off, and I tend to run on the longer side, so if you're watching this for the first time, you know. But I find myself abusing, and I hope you do too. I want to start off by saying congratulations to Mando Bug. She runs the Mando Bug Crafts. Yeah, oh, my brain is just gonna die on me today, I think. Mando Bug Crafts podcast. She just recently had her first little girl. So yay! Congratulations. Very excited for you. Still waiting on ours. My sister-in-law had her little girl. So that's her second kid, but her first girl. And we are currently in the day countdown for our little girl. I have my induction scheduled for the 12th, if she does not appear before then. So, yay! When I had Linus, I never, ever felt a contraction until they induced me. I've actually been feeling some this time, so I'm hoping that she'll come soon. I know last time I podcasted, which was only a couple weeks ago, so I'm doing pretty good this time. You're not going about a month and a half without seeing me. I think I showed y'all the bump for the first time, because I don't think about it. It's my second kid. I just don't really think about it. But if you'd like to see, I don't think I've really gained all that much since then, but she's definitely majorly dropped. But here we go. that's there. So, hope you enjoyed that. But she is definitely down, and I'm pretty sure she's out of my hip now, because I have not felt any pain in my hip yet in the past couple days. So, I have what? 9 days until my induction? Yay. And it's been really nice since Nate has been off the past 2 weeks for Christmas break. So he's pretty much been running after Linus the whole time and getting all the finishing touches set up. We rearranged the living room because we're going to keep Lucy in the living room for the first, hopefully for the first month, right outside our bedroom door, so that hopefully she won't wake up Linus as what we're expecting to happen, because they're going to be sharing a room for now. So yeah, he's been getting into the major cleaning bug mode, trying to get everything straightened and picked up. I mean, he even cleaned his car, which he, like, the last time he cleaned his car, I think, was shortly before we had Linus. So, that, yeah. What? So yeah, so that's all. Looking forward to the new year. Almost at our 1-year anniversary for the podcast on, I think I checked on WordPress, and my first post there was on the 8th. So, yay for that. Going into the year 2. And hopefully, sorry, weather's gotten crazy again, and I'm starting to get a tickle in my throat. Yeah, it's supposed to be winter down here, but it's not. Not really. We hit, I think, 76 was our high today, and rainy and muggy and bleh. And the only reason why I'm wearing long sleeves is because I've been inside most of the time, and I'm doing hot flashes, so I'm constantly roll the sleeves up, roll the sleeves down, roll the sleeves up, roll the sleeves down. You know, whatever. It'll be over soon. Very, very soon. So yeah, lots of things happening at the beginning of this new year. Lots of new things that have just recently happened. All the new babies. Nate's supposed to be, hopefully, him and his boss, the dean of the college that he works for, they've been working on setting up a new kind of like I don't think it's going to be a master's degree. I think it's an undergrad degree, to where they'll have like business mixed with computer science, like I think business analytics or something like that. I think that's kind of what they're going for. Business analysis, or I don't know, something weird that's probably over my head. And so he's been working on that, and if that goes through, most likely he'll be teaching at least one class from that, in addition to his statistics class that he teaches. So that's something to be looking forward to. More money coming in. Yay! Especially with another kid, right? New health insurance plan through his job that just changed over. So that was fun. When we went to pre-register, I'm like, well, for the next couple days we'll have this insurance plan, but as soon as the first hits, we're going to this insurance plan because the company decided to switch mid-year, and I'm at the end of my pregnancy. It's a great time to switch insurance. We had all that fun new thing happening, and Linus is constantly learning new things. Some of the things he comes up with, we were at the library one day and I asked him to pick out a book that he wanted to, a book of animals that he wanted to read. And he goes, lions! And I'm like, okay, let's find a book about lions. And he goes, points to the spine and goes, lions! And I'm like, oh, okay, well you found a book about lions, good for you. He read the word lions and without the spine had not a picture, single picture of a lion on there, on the spine. He read the word lions and that's what he decided he wanted, so. Kids are crazy. The things, yeah. And if you can kind of see, that was one of my birthday presents I was talking about last time. One of my new lights. So yeah, lots of new things to look forward to, and hope you have lots of new things and exciting things coming your way. Christmas was really good for us. We did our own little Christmas thing at the house, and then we went over to my mom's house and did Christmas with my family. And then we actually just finished up Christmas with his mom. Maybe an hour ago they left, so yeah, lots of fun things going on. A couple standout presents for me other than the yarny fun stuff that I'll get into in acquisitions. Nate got me this really cute necklace. Can you see that? A little heart, sterling silver heart with some stones in it or whatever. And he found a pretty much almost exact match, but like thinner and smaller for Lucy when she's born, which we have to find a smaller chain for it. So we'll have matching necklaces, which I thought was a really sweet idea. He also got me some picture frames in our living room. I have like one wall that's dedicated to just like pictures. So I've been working on making like this huge picture collage to take over the entire wall. So he almost always gets me a couple picture frames or something, so have those that need to be hung up. I got a really pretty basket from my father-in-law and mother-in-law, and it's a handmade basket. Let's see. I didn't even look and see what that is. But it's handcrafted by Barbara up in Oregon. So yeah, there's something about Angora woolen fibers blends for hand spinners, which she must also have fiber that she has too. So, but I'm gonna have to find a place of honor for this pretty basket. It's just so pretty, so pretty. So, got that. I think that's gonna be going in my room soon. And then, might not be all terribly exciting to any of y'all, but my brother is fixing to start his final semester of law school, and he actually got published in his school's law review. So this is his case. Beep, beep, beep. So I haven't started reading it yet. it's gonna be a, yeah. I'll probably read a paragraph and go, what just I, what? But I think if I remember correctly, this is the one that he was, what is this? Is this, no, this one may not be that one. He was discussing something about, how in Louisiana doing fantasy leagues for money is actually against the law here online or something like that. I don't know if that's the one he chose because I haven't even started to read this one, or if that was for something else, but that sounded interesting too. But so those are some of my standout presents this year that I thought were super special, I guess is what you can say. My parents got us a new camera, so that's always good too, because new baby, you need a new camera. Because ours, I mean, we had a decent one, but this one's a lot better, and it actually takes really good video too, and our video camera is like basically kaput. I mean, the battery won't even stay charged for 5 minutes. So it's like you charge it up all night and thinking, okay, I'm going to take it out and video my son. And you start videoing, and within like a minute, it's dead. So that was very disappointing, because we wanted to get some more video when we went up to Oregon. And that's when we discovered that the video camera didn't work. Or, not that it didn't work, but that the battery had stopped holding a charge. And we weren't going to spend the money to buy a new battery. So, after almost 20 minutes of my life, hope your life is doing as well as mine. Let's get into some finished objects. So, from last week, or last podcast, and probably a couple before that, I've been working on what I've been calling my Daddy Street Vest. It is the Street Vest pattern by Jolene Mosley, which is a child's vest that I am attempting to adapt to an adult size. I used size 6 4.0 millimeter circular needles, and I basically did it in pretty much all in the round until I split for the arms and stuff. The street vest pattern, the child's one, is a pay-for-it pattern. I think I paid, was it $5 for it or something like that? And the yarn I used, there's no real name for it. It was some hand-spun yarn that I bought while we were up in Oregon. So, but I finished it. Can you see the pretty cable? Wait, let's see. Oh, wrong way. You see how pretty that cable is? Oh, I've become, after this, I need to do some more cable patterns, because I really, it's so pretty. And then I thought I would hate it, cabling a lot more than and actually thoroughly enjoyed it. So I blocked it once, but he wants me to block it a little bit harder, because I didn't block it too hard at all. I just kind of tried to straighten it up the edges. So he wants me to block it and try and stretch it just a bit more, because it's got a lot of give. So I'm going to try and see if I can get it a little bit longer for him. Which I measured it constantly on him and on the up to other vests of his and stuff. And this is pretty much the same size. So I don't know if it's maybe the material is a little bit thicker than what he's used to, or it's clinging to his undershirt more than some of his other vests. But this is it. And he absolutely loves it. I can't wait until I can get a picture of him and his with Linus next to him. But Linus's is all blue with the little cable pattern. So, finished. That was supposed to be finished end of November, because I was trying to get that in for the Mandabug Crafts knit with your hand spun along. Yeah, it took me a lot longer than that. But I did get it finished before the new year. I finished it, was it December 30th or 31st? So I got it in before the new year, so I was very excited about that. Last year's Christmas present for Nate, I think I finished it in like February or March. So, so I got it in before then, so that's good. My next project that I did, this was one of Linus's Christmas presents. I don't think no, I didn't show it last time. I mentioned that I was planning on working on it. But I made him a Mr. Happy from the Mr. Men and Little Miss books by something Howell, I think. I don't remember. So it's little bitty square books, and it's got Mr. Bump and Mr. Happy and Mr. Nosy and all. But I made a Mr. Happy. And the yarn I used is some hand-spun yarn that I spun up. Don't know the material. It's really soft and fuzzy. It was just kind of like a grab bag of random fibers. So I had just enough yarn that I made to crochet him up. I had one row on one of the legs that I didn't finish. So I just tried to make it not look quite like I has one leg shorter than the other, which I think I did okay. Don't remember what size hook I used. I think it was like an F maybe. And I just embroidered the cute little happy face on him. And Linus likes him a lot. Mr. Happy, how can you not be happy with Mr. Happy? Because he's right. I like Mr. Happy. I want a Mr. Happy now. A couple other little things that I finished are in the mail for some friends. Don't know if they've got them yet or not, so I'm not going to say who they're for, because they probably watch. Most likely they'll be watching. So I don't have the item that I made, but I'll try and insert some pictures now that I'm starting to figure out how to insert pictures into the podcast, which is pretty fun. But I made the toddler princess crown, which picture should be here. Hopefully you just saw the picture. By Leanne Grodin. I used Barnett Handicrafter Cotton Candy Collection in Licorice Treat. Used a size E hook, which is a 3.5 millimeter. And hopefully I'll put the picture up one more time. Maybe that'll be my cue. Ha! Put picture here. Oh. And the other one that I made was so far everything I've said, the patterns are free. Mr. Happy was just me figuring something out. The Street Fest was a paid pattern, I said that. The crown is a free pattern, and this next pattern is also a free pattern. It's called the Super Simple Little Leg Warmers by Emily, what did I write there? Jane, I think. And used a size 3 needle, which is a 3.25 millimeter, and hopefully you'll see the picture here. I do not know what the yarn is. I'm thinking it's probably Malabrigo. I buy the my yarn store's leftover fingering weight yarns to go into my scrap yarn blanket, so I don't ever have tags on those whenever I get them. But I think when I was looking at some of the yarns that I had used, I go into the store occasionally and try and see if I can figure out what it was, and I think it was probably a Malabrigo. So, we'll see. So that is all of my finished objects, other than some spinning ones that I'll get to when I get to spinning. My works in progress. I have done a little bit more work on the February Lady Sweater by Pamela Wynne, W-Y-N-N-E. This is my front. Last time I was just a little bit before this second buttonhole, so I've gotten about that much done. And I'm fixing, I think I'm maybe 3 or 4 rows before I start working on the lace pattern. The yarn I am using is Brown Sheep Company's Serendipity Tweed in Baby's Breath, just kind of like an off-white color. And there's Kirk hanging from the front, so I know which side's the front. I'm using a size 8, 5.0 millimeter needle, and it's going pretty well. The one problem I did have with the pattern so far, the last row I did, it said to increase or make a yarn over evenly across however many stitches were in between the 2 button bands. Well, that was difficult because it wasn't an even number. So I had to have my husband play around with trying to figure out a good pattern to go in so that it looked even and uniform. So if you're doing this one, and I think I'm doing the size for 37.5 bust measurement, so it's the second one. Hopefully I'll be back down to that size after. You should have, in between the 2 button bands, which are marked by my 2 little purple markers, you should have 207 stitches in between there. And the pattern he worked up for an even patterning, an even spacing of the yarn overs throughout. This is a free pattern. Do a yarn over at the as soon as you finish the first 10 knit stitches, and then you can get to see my husband's horrible handwriting. Five yarn over, 5 yarn over, 5 yarn over, then 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, all the way until you get to, I guess, like the last 20 stitches, and then you're going to do, when you get to 6 yarn over, 5 yarn over, 5 yarn over, and then do your last 10 stitches for the button band. So if you're interested and you're doing that size, I will be more than happy to send this to you. If you are doing the same size as me and want that to be fairly even across, hopefully we got it right. He got it right based off of the math. Now, I have, you have your arm part here, and then you have your back part, and also hopefully the math will work with the pattern, and it won't look off at all in any way, but that's what we got. And just put it upside down for you. And I think my husband just got home, so let me go close the door before my son comes yelling in. Okay. Whoa! Okay, so that is this one. It's going along pretty well so far. And the lace pattern looks like it'll be fairly easy to memorize, so that I can just go. But I'm fixing to have to start figuring out the arm, how much further I need to go for the arms. And this is in my Daisy Said bag. Okay. Next up is this one. This is something that I was making for Lucy. It is called Baby's Diamond Legs by Lisa Ross. Also free pattern on Ravelry. I was trying to use up the last bit of scraps of my Sunrise Fiber Company spun Erin in the flamingo colorway that I used for her baby romper. And this is what I got one done. And it's a lot brighter. Almost. It's very, very bright. I got one done. And I am halfway done the second, and I ran out. So now the question is, do I try and buy one more skein, finish this up, and then have leftovers again? Do I go with the tweed version of it that I have, and just have it half tweed? Or do I try and find someone who, by some chance, has some leftovers of this? Or just frog it? I really like it, so I think I might hold off. But if you or someone you know has Sunrise Fiber Company spun Erin in the flamingo colorway, let's see, do I have that band in here? No. I just need like a little bit more. And I just have, for show, that's all I have left, is that. The needles I'm using are size 6 4.0 millimeter for the ribbing, no, for the body, and a 5 3.75 millimeter for the ribbing. So, if I can't find someone who has this yarn probably the next month, or actually I'm just probably going to pull out the tweed and finish it in the tweed, because it needs to be done. Lucy's going to be here in just a little over a week for sure, so I just need to get it done so she can use it while she's still small. So I did message one person who I saw who had some scraps, but they've never gotten back to me. So that's that. This is in my bag that I made, that I'm still very, very fond of, because that's just beautiful, beautiful fabric. And once she is gone and I can get to my sewing machine again, I'll be making some more things. But next up is new project. Yeah, this bag. So since I finished Nate's vest, which was the main thing I worked on in December, I pretty much worked on that almost exclusively whenever I had time that I did not have, I did not have to worry about Linus, when I could just think and just go. So it was mostly like during nap time or after Nate got home from work. I'm very proud of it. So now that I've finished that, I've focusing a little bit more on my February lady sweater, and I did a lot on my sock yarn blanket. But I also started a new project yesterday because I don't want to bring my sock yarn blanket to the hospital. So I started on a Cleopactus, that shawl, CLAPO-KTUS, Cleopactus, whatever. I've seen a lot of people who did it, and it's just super pretty, and I've had a really fun yarn that I've been wanting to do something fun with. It's by Lordana Free. Check out my Ravelry page. It's on there. I'm using Black Trillium Fiber Studios in Merlon sock base, and the colorway is Bifrost. And I'll show you the yarn for this one. Ooh. Lots of colors in there. Crazy, crazy, crazy colors. And it's a lot brighter than that. Let's see. Let me turn that light this way. Can you get the colors better? Oh, there we go. It's still brighter than that, but it's a lot closer. So, I have one skein of this. And I started working on this just kind of halfway, mindlessly, just pick it up whenever. Because it's getting harder for me to think, and I'm a lot more exhausted lately. So, that's how far I've gotten. I've got the pattern, I've had the pattern memorized pretty much from about here. So, I can't wait to start dropping these stitches and seeing what it's going to look like, because it's just going to be super, super fun. This probably will not be something for myself. I'll probably put it as a gift or something. But I just had to, it just looks so fun. Looks so fun. And I am using size 6 4.0 millimeter needle. And I actually have the ball band tag for this one if you'd like to see it. So it's 425 yards, 3.5 ounces. And that is going to be a super simple project for when I don't have any brain power anymore. Yay! And this is in a knitting geisha bag. And the last but not least, my blankie. And another knitting geisha bag with Kirk and Spock. I need to do some more Star Trek patterns. Have some cued. Oh, sorry. Just gotta get the stuff for them. So, I'm not going through everything, but I think I added a little bit more on this side. And started making a little bit of length to it. So pretty much from, I think, this diagonal here are all new here. So those are some fun ones. Oh yes. See some of the fun stuff. This is the yarn that was used in the leggings, and I'm pretty sure it's Malabrigo. So that's what I've added onto that. It's starting to get big, and it's starting to not fit in my bag anymore. But that's it. Okay. on to some spinning. This is going to be long. So, in my basket I put my finished spinning. So I was last time, I think, fixing to apply my Jiminy Cricket wool roving that I bought from the Joyful Sheep. And here it is. You can't see it. Let's see. There. So it's a green, brown, and black mix. I got about 140 yards in 1.8 ounces, so I had some leftovers from my 2-ounce braid. And I have 2 more 2-ounce braids to work on. But I finished this one. I'm showing you all my strands. And hopefully eventually I plan on making my own nitty knotty, which will help a lot in making sure I'm measuring the correct yardage. Also, I don't know the wraps per inch. I am supposed to be getting a wraps per inch tool soon. Found one that I liked, and they were out of the color I wanted, so as soon as they get that color back in stock, they're supposed to let me know. But that's that one. And my next one, I am calling it Frosty. I don't know what the fiber is. Long story short, the fiber I ordered, the Rolags I ordered for my birthday, with my birthday money. I got them in. I got my package in. Opened it up. Oh, this is so pretty. But I don't think this is what I ordered. So I went back and looked to make sure I didn't make a mistake in when I ordered that it was a different color, or I had to pick a color, or it was a random color or something. But it wasn't anything like that. What I ordered was what I was ordered. I got sent the wrong package. So I contacted the Etsy shop and was like, look, this is beautiful fiber. It looks absolutely gorgeous. But it's not what I ordered. What would you like me to do? I think you may have gotten my package and someone else's package mixed up. So, long story short, great customer service. They told me to keep the package that I had received, and they were going to send me another package with what I ordered. After looking at what I had ordered, they only had the stuff for one of the orders. So they told me for one of the sets of Rolags that I had ordered that I could pick out any fiber, any colorway, any mix of fibers and all that I wanted, and they would make it for me. I don't know. I like so many things, I wouldn't know what I would want. I just go by what I was in the mood for at the moment. So I basically just told them, look, this is the reason why I picked this one. I liked it. It was nice. It was, you know, nice and shiny looking and all. And I said, surprise me. Make me something fun. I told them, I said, I am a huge Star Trek fan, and my favorite character is Spock. So if you want to use that for inspiration, be my guest. I said, or just pick something. I don't care. I mean, they're letting me keep this other bag of fiber and send me more because of the mistake of more of what I've ordered. So, I don't know what this fiber was at all. It was 2 Rolags, which I'll insert the picture. Here of one of the Rolags, and I spun it up. And I'm calling it Frosty just because it was winter and it just kind of looked very wintry. It's got blues and purples. Oh, I'm out of the screen. And whites. I got 49 yards in 0.4 ounces, which was the 2 Rolags. Now this is the very first time I've spun Rolags, so I don't even know if I spun them right. I don't know. You know, new spinner. I've only been spinning maybe what, like 6 months? But it has some major sparkly bits in it. In that purple area. I was getting some sparkle. No, I'm not getting any. There. Can you see the sparkle? The Etsy shop is Fantasy Fiber Studios. Let me get this back in here and off on my finger. And I actually, you know, not spinning Rolags ever before, but I thought this was a pretty good easy spin. There's probably some fibers in here that I've never spun before, and those particular spots I had a little trouble with drafting them out a little bit more, but that's probably just me. But it was really nice. I really liked how spinning up the Rolags was. It was very pleasant. And there. I knew I had the cards somewhere. Let's see. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to block out any phone number or anything, but Fantasy Fiber Studios on Etsy. And we will be doing a giveaway with some of the fiber that got mistakenly sent to me, which I will show you that in a little while. So you have a chance to win some, what is it? I think it's 3 Rolags that I got. So stay tuned at the end and I will explain that to you, how you can go about winning that. So those are my 2 finished objects in spinning. What I am currently working on is what I was supposed to work on before I spun anything else after the Jiminy Cricket. But I got those Rolags and I got to keep them, and 2 Rolags didn't take that long. So I had fun first. So I am spinning some baby alpaca and carbonized bamboo. I need some better spindle bags. That's just some gray. Super soft and floofy. I took 2 ounces off out of the huge, ginormous amount that I got. I think I got like almost 10 ounces of it whenever I bought it. And this is how it is spinning up. Now, yes, I do not have my Turkish spindle on correctly. This is the first time I'm spinning alpaca and bamboo, and the first time I'm doing a Turkish spindle, so I did not put things on correctly. I'm probably not even spinning it correctly, but I just wanted to start going. But not too shabby, if I don't say. So I'm getting it fairly even for the most part. I haven't done a whole lot on it, but I am trying to do a little bit every so often. And this is going to also take us into acquisitions. Oh my goodness. Seriously, my brain is so not working. Which first acquisition is this spindle. I got this as a Christmas present that we bought at the Renaissance Fair. And I didn't put it on correctly. It does not have a hook on the top, so that is new for me also. Turkish spindle, new. Technique trying to figure out. And spinning with alpaca and bamboo. So lots of new things on this project here. But I am very much enjoying it. The one thing I am noticing is that it is making my hands sweat a lot, the fiber. And it's probably because I'm in a very humid part of the country. And we're in the mid to high 70s lately. So, but that is my first acquisition. Other things that I purchased, or that Nate technically purchased for me at the Renaissance Fair for Christmas presents. Wrong bag on top. I got some wool of Louisiana from Restoration Farm. It's 100% Gulf Coast native wool. And it's 150 yards of 3-ply worsted weight, hand spun. So the person who owns Wool of Louisiana, she has her sheep sheared. She spins the wool up. She processes the wool, and then she sells the spun fiber and or wool, depending on if you want to spin it yourself, to help keep things running and stuff. So it's a very rustic yarn. There's still like some little flecks of stuff in there. I remembered it feeling a little bit more lanolin-y than what it is now, but now feeling it, it doesn't feel as like it has as much lanolin as I thought it did initially. But it is a very scratchy yarn. It's going to be a scratchier type rustic yarn. So I'm going to have to figure out something to do with it that won't be probably touching right against my skin. Because otherwise I'll be itching myself the whole time. But it says, there it goes, the proceeds benefit, oh, I can't read it there, benefit the Renaissance Living History Center. So, then in another one of the shops, I got 4 skeins of this, which is a hand-painted 100% merino wool sport weight. There's 200 yards in each skein. It's not quite as red as that. It's more like a, I don't know. That's red. So I got 4 things of red. And what I'm planning on doing with this is in my latest, what is it, the Vogue Knitting Winter 2014-2015, is to attempt to make that. I think when I looked for the size that I'm going to attempt to make it, that it was going to take about 500 yards, and I have 800, so I should be good. And it's nice and soft, so we should be good with that. Also, in the same little stall place, which I never knew that they had yarn and stuff in the little store areas of it, was some merino silk centerpool roving. And this is 4 ounces. And it's just some pretty shades of pinks and reds and whites and stuff. So that'll be, there we go, that's kind of a little more. So we'll be doing that, and that is, oh look, this, yeah, it's the same card. This is from Once Upon a Time Farm. And they have hand-spun fiber, roving, knit, and crocheted items. They also had some spindles in theirs. But I just bought a spindle at the other store, so just got that one. Got a lot of stuff. Almost done. Luckily there is no board game section at the end of this episode, so I did not have time to pull one out and get it set up. But okay, next thing on my list is shortly, like a day or so after I recorded last time, I got a package in the mail from Amelia, who is from the Hops and Hanks podcast, who is also a friend of mine, and she sent me a nice little present for my birthday. That was earlier in early December. And it is this pretty. And it is from Destination Yarn. It's their sock yarn. And it is, hold on, this one, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It is 463 yards and 3.5 ounces. And it's the colorway New Orleans, which is, can you see the Mardi Gras colors? Yeah. So I'm hoping that I'll have something finished around the time, you know, even if I don't have something finished around the time Mardi Gras comes, because it comes early this year. It's like, what is it? Like the 17th, I think, of February. So I'll have to find something fairly quick, because I think I want to start working on this a couple days before Mardi Gras. And so I could be working on a Mardi Gras themed project during Mardi Gras. I think that would be fun. So I have to find something. So if you know of something, I'm thinking maybe to try and do some socks with it, but I need a very simple sock pattern, because I usually do, like with Nate and stuff, I've done like those really complicated patterns up the legs and all, and I don't think I can do that with having a newborn and an almost 3-year-old running around. So something simple. This is, I got on their website to see if it was a self-striping or a variegated, and I think if I remember correctly it was a variegated yarn. So something that will be pretty with this nice lovely variegated yarn. I've seen a lot of the Hermione's everyday socks, and I think that seems to look really nice in a variegated yarn, so I might do that. But look how pretty those colors are. This will be good with my monster cowl. That kind of wound up being like a Mardi Gras colors, huh? Even though the blue is not purple, but it looks almost purple. But, so that's what my goal is for this. And thank you, Amelia. I don't remember if I sent you a message back or not about it, but thank you very much. That was very, very sweet. And then, okay, I bought some stuff when I was out shopping for some yarny fun presents for some of my friends to send off as Christmas gifts. And I wound up buying some stuff for myself too. Isn't that how it always goes, right? So at my local yarn store, I found this in the discount bin that I've been eyeing for a couple months now, and no one has bought it yet, and I don't know why no one's bought it. But I couldn't pass it up for like the third time in a row. So I got this. It's Manos Maxima, which is a Manos del Uruguay. I think I've been hearing a lot of people say that lately. I think I'm saying that correctly. It's 100% extra fine merino wool, kettle dyed, approximately 219 yards in a 3.5 ounce. And it's just got these pretty, almost like tie-dyed looking pinks and blues and purples in it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I could not pass it up for a third time in a row. I just couldn't. I mean, look at that. So, it finally found a home. Found it in my home. Another thing I got, which I bought as a present for one of my friends, and then decided, well, I think I want some too. Because I liked the color. I think the color will look good on her. And I decided that I wanted some of the color too, because it's some of my colors. And it is this. Sparkly, yummy, 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 yummy. It is Louisa Harding yarns. Simonetta? And it's just a number colorway, 08. It is 264 yards in 50 grams. It is 26% mohair. I can't make out that. No, it got ripped. Something percent metallic polyester and something percent nylon. There's a big rip right there. But it just spoke to me. So I got two. So that means I have almost almost 600 yards, probably about 550. Well, this will be fun to do something with. Don't know what. I hope she likes it as much as I do. I think it's beautiful. And I think it looked good on her complexion. And I like it. That's all that matters, right? And then I was also picking out, I wanted to get them something from local. And one of the girls I got something for, it's not going to be the same one. So I hope you don't get a little disappointed that it's not the same. But another person got a really cool button that I think she'll like. Hopefully that seemed to fit her more. Just, yeah. But I got, they had a bunch of like glass type products by Moving Mud, which is a local glass person to us. So they sell in our yarn shop. I don't know if she blows the glass or just pulls it or whatever, but I saw these stitch markers and I wanted them. So I had bought some glass stitch markers for myself. One of the girls has got some of the stitch markers too. One of them got a shawl pin. The other one got a set of buttons. And one of them got non-glass button because it reminded me of her more. So then I got a couple Christmas presents from the father-in-law and mother-in-law. Which I was excited about. Citron, Best Royal or Finest Royal Alpaca. It is 100% Royal Alpaca. And let me tell you how soft these things are. I got one in, let's see, do they have a colorway? I don't think they had a colorway. I think it was just a number. They kind of cut off the that part too because of where the price was. But yeah, it was just a number. But one's like this pretty red, which it matches, and one is this teal blue color. If I can show, it's a lot more greeny than blue. So these will most likely go together in something. It's just a beautiful color combination, I think. It's 100 meters and 50 grams each one, so yeah, super luxurious. So I can't wait to work with that either, but I have to think of stuff. So that is everything. So, do you want to know what the giveaway is? Now that I've gone over an hour? So the giveaway, again, is going to be from Fantasy Fiber Studios. And will it show up the web address? Etsy shop/Fantasy Fiber Studios. Great customer service. And some really pretty things too. I almost kept these for myself. I'm trying to share the love. 3 Rolags of this gorgeous, super, let's see, super shiny purples and pinks. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. You can see the shine in that, can't you? And the sparkles. Oh, I want it. I'm being good. I'm being nice. I'm going to share the love. So, if you think you may be interested in winning these 3 lovely purple Rolags, then what you need to do is you need to go check out Fantasy Fiber Studios at www.etsy.com/shop/Fantasy Fiber Studios. Check out the Ravelry forum post. I will have a link to it. You need to check out their shop and let me know what you like that they are currently selling. And just post a picture or a link to it or whatever. But check them out. Possibly favorite some of their stuff. I know I'm going to be going back because there's one other set of Rolags on there that I'm trying to be good and not pay by because I've got so much already. But I'm getting so close to just having to go and buy it. Oh, it's so pretty. But if anybody wants to know, check out, I don't remember what it's called. It's like something alien or something like that. It's like at the very bottom. That looks, yeah. But this giveaway is for this purple. I don't know what the colorway is or anything. But, so go to their Etsy shop, and then post in our forum thread, on the Cat's Corner discussion forum thread, what one of their listings you like, and that will give you a chance to enter in to the drawing. I will probably draw this sometime either the end of this month or the beginning of next month, depending on when I can get around to recording. Which means depending on how she acts. It's going to have off a nice long time, so hopefully I can get a small little recording in before then. But So let me know. And if you can get another person in to join the group and get them to go check out Fantasy Fiber Studios and post in the forum thread, have them link to your name, and you will get an extra entry into the giveaway. So do that, because you want these. These are beautiful. They're showing up a lot more blue right there, but I mean it's purple. But for some reason it's showing blue. It's purple. And it's shiny. How can you not want purple shiny goodness? So that is going to be the end of this episode. I have to do some editing because I need to cut out some things that I've said, because my brain wasn't working correctly at points. I will put out one more little video, most likely when I'm in the hospital or shortly thereafter, to let y'all know how Lucy is and give y'all a sneak peek at the cuteness. Hopefully she's cute. Hopefully she's not an alien baby. She's got a lot to live up to. Linus was the cute chubby cheeked one. So she's got a lot to live up to. So hope you have a happy good year. Happy New Year, and everything goes well on my end and starts doing well on your end. And yeah, I think I'm just rambling now and blabbing. So bye, friends.